Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I restarted the live. I apologize. Facebook is not always our friend. Let's see if this will work this time, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I am adding the guests. I did add the guests, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Sean? Huh. That is very strange. Hold on. Let's try it again. There we are.
Oh, sweet. Here we go.
Is everything good on your end? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. That's fine.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, how are you doing? As I asked you earlier before we got cut off.
Um, Doing pretty good. Still a little bit gutted after losing that Triple Crown title. Only holding it for a month and gunning for it for so long and finally get the Enforcer. And then with Casey Global Impact being gone for so long, and then my first defense, I lose it. I was just like, fuck.
It was a tough challenge, though. You and Eddie Walker were going at it for quite some time. I know Eddie
Oh,
personally, and frickin' I can say it was a tough war between the both of you.
oh yeah, I can say the same, but I think the old commentators were getting a bit sick of the match for being going so long.
It was a long and grueling matchup. You both were battered and beaten, and after the fact, Eddie did some heinous things after the matchup. And
Yeah, revenge
yeah,
will be out soon, but never fear less. I am still a champion in KCW. I am still the current holder of the King of the Castle champion,
well, congrats on
and
that, sir.
after defeating the Beast Antlis, but also made it a fact of their maybe a championship defense on at Lions Den, or as the GM has just announced for Global Impact, the light heavyweight title will be on the line in an elimination chamber match. And I felt to need to hit the GM up and say, I think the King of the Castle champion should be in the elimination chamber match.
So you're not wanting to face Eddie?
Well, with me holding the Triple Crown champion, chasing it for so long, and got it again, it's time to switch things up and go for the higher ranks. As Sean Savage Smith has proved over the last maybe number of months since he's come back. He is a main event player now. The mid-card division is now done. He's happy to still hold the king in the castle as he feels he deserves that placement for the title, and he feels as he needs to move on and step up into the main event as it is now. He is the number 7th rank in the Universal Championship division.
Well, dang. Well, freaking, you have two possible title shots coming, but it sounds like you really want in on that chamber match at the Lion's Den.
Oh, yeah. The Elimination Chamber is probably where the brawler thrives, where you're locked in a cage and it's just war, steel floors, steel structures, high risk, and it's always a great match whenever the brawler steps into any cage or any ring or anyone's community or company. It's always going to be a banger put on.
I guarantee that it will be. And I have been following your career as much as Eddie's told me about you, and I have followed many others. And may I say, sir, I have seen some grueling matches from you over times that I have, of what I've observed and seen from many rivals, and one rival that seems to pop up a lot with you is the dog, Rob Anderson.
Yeah, we've so back when I first started my last match that I did, before like the whole place went from 2K23 to 2K24. My last match on 2K23 with KCW was against Rob Anderson, and of course I couldn't get the new game out straight away, so I was gone for about 9 months. So he took me out pretty much, and then my first match back, I faced him inside Hayden the Crate, and he threw me off the cell. That was absolutely fun. But nevertheless, I climbed back up there, went through the cage. He came down, pinned me, then tapped me out, and then won instantly.
Hmm. Freaking, you guys have had so many wars and many of matchups. And what is your record exactly between you two?
Um, I'm not too sure, but I think it is 5-0.
Who has zero being you?
Yeah, 0 being me, will being the brawler, and 5 being the dog Rob Anderson.
You were a member of BLS at one point, yes?
No, I
No.
feuded with the BLS and the main event Mafia for a while.
Okay. Okay. So I know you had that thing with Buster Anderson as well.
Yes, I feuded with both of the Andersons. I was gunning for Anderson for a long time when he was Triple Crown champion. Um, I was gunning for him for a while as the darker version of the brawler to try either put fear or to try win the title at whatever cost it could be.
And you were willing to put your body through absolute hell to do so.
Yes, I was willing to sacrifice my body and everything within the matches or any sort of way I could prove that I was ready to come up and face Buster Anderson. I have, out of all the bouts that we have had, I have won 2 out of, I think, maybe 5 or 6.
Okay. And you specialize in what Eddie and you fought in the other day.
Yes, I would say I do. I think that's where Hell in a Cell or any sort of Hell in a Cell matches really is where the brawler thrives, because there is no holding backs with weapons. There's no holding back on how dangerous he can be in that steel cage. He just bleeds and bleeds and bleeds until he can get the job done. And when he gets the job done, there's usually some sort of more mayhem that falls after that.
Okay. With Have you been part of really much teams at all? Or you've always just been you?
I had a couple of factions. I had the Hurt Business for a start,
The hurt,
that I
hurt
created with
business?
a couple of my own guys. Um, that didn't really last long due to really booking us as a faction, so we just split up. When when the brawler was like the darker version, he had the undead, which it coordinated Corey Smith, which was a character that I made, and Tyson Leo Smith, who was a character that I made.
And these characters, do they still appear today?
Um, so the tag team of the Hurt Business still appear in NWW Underground.
Oh,
Uh, but apart from that, no one really has ever seen the Undead since the tag team B tournament and KCW Global Impact last year.
okay. And how would you describe their dynamic as a team?
Um, so to Hurt Business, we pushed the boundaries. We did not hesitate to um, we didn't hesitate to do what we weren't meant to do. We just went in there, done what we needed to do, and came back and asked for our pay, and then left. Um, the undead, we were out there to pretty much annihilate and destroy anyone, but mainly the main event mafia and the BLS.
And I'm guessing you have beaten every single member of BLS and Mafia.
So with the main event mafia, the only people that I have beaten in there was Buster Anderson and Leroy Woods.
Never beat Big Lou?
Nope. Every time I versed Big Lou, I got absolutely smacked around and squashed.
Jack Graves?
Never versed him.
Insidious?
Never versed him.
Yeah. So in BLS, you have faced every single member. You faced Gage Payton, John Robb.
Yep. I've faced AJ Woods multiple
Yep.
times. Uh,
I know you faced Buster and Dog, of course.
yeah, I faced them too. Who's who else is in there?
Did you ever? So you faced Gage. You faced Gage Payton, yes.
No, I haven't. That's the only guy I think I haven't
Um,
versed from BLS. But there may be some big news happening after the Dragon Pro Wrestling match.
yes. You've been on DPW for a little time now. Can you tell us about your experience there and what you've been doing over there?
Um, so the Japan area, it's so cool. Everyone in DPW is so very welcoming, and they are all they were all very grateful that I arrived there today, especially CJ Frost, the GM. He was happy to get me on there because he's seen all my work that I've done everywhere else that I've been. Um, I've had I've had two matches so far. I think I won last week, but I lost my debut against another rookie too.
Oh,
Yeah, and then I've got the big match coming at the Asylum PLE against the Dog Rob Anderson in a Tokyo Death match. So just getting ready for that, and I've got another match coming up too. So for somewhere else, I think KCW Worlds Collide is my next match that's happening too.
Are you also part of KCW Thunder?
Uh, Not that I'm aware of. I know I'm on Worlds Collide and Global Impact.
Definitely, I think they would love to have you there on KCW Thunder. Like, I would definitely say go check out KCW Thunder, and they used to go by IZW. If you like, that was their old name. Jack Graves runs it now. That's the fourth brand, but it's like an all-together brand, like Worlds Collide. What it seems.
Hmm. It does seem like it, and there's like heaps of challenges there, like people that I've probably never faced. But yeah, with Collide, Worlds Collide, I've got a tag team Hell in a Cell rematch against AJ Woods and I can't remember the other guy for the tag titles.
Uh, Ghost Edwards?
That's his name. Yep.
Okay. I would assume that that's the team over there right now that's tagging. Yeah. Freaking, I can't wait to see that matchup. And you've talked about Woods. Have you faced Ghosts?
No, I haven't faced Ghost Edwards. That's another guy that I'd like to eventually get in the ring with and share the ring. There's other people out there that have wanted to face me. The big one that everyone's been gotten, like the big person that everyone's gotten talking about is CJ Frost. That is a match that I've been wanting to do for the last little while. That I don't know how we're going to get there, but eventually we will make it happen. CJ Frost versus the brawler Sean Savage Smith will happen eventually.
I can't wait to see that. There's a lot of matches that people would love to see with CJ Frost, you being one of them. We had JoJo on here earlier, how we would like to see him versus JoJo. I think CJ Frost is a worthy competitor, not somebody to be taken lightly. I have not had him on the show yet, but I have seen his work for a long time now, and he's somebody very impressive.
Oh yeah, especially like his in-ring work is unbelievable. His promos, his charisma, and his record with titles as well. It's unbelievable.
Freaking, you have also made your standard accolades, as you said, and you are only in WWU, DPW, and KCW.
So I am on NWW, KCW, Global Impact, and Worlds Collide. There is Dragon Pro Wrestling, BWC. What else have we got there? NWA. Um, what's the other? There's, I think there's a couple of others I'm a part of too. But yeah, the list just goes on. The Brawl is a bit of a busy person when it comes to shows. He struggles to keep an eye on things. Like when he gets told there's a match, I'm like, oh, look, shit, okay, sweet, thanks.
I get that.
Yeah, yeah. But they're like, I've since doing the EFED stuff, I've had a lot of fun. When I started in Global Impact, my first match, I went into a 5 tables of death.
That's an awesome match to go into. And that's a KCW special.
Oh yeah, I took that match from Jag. I put it on my own 2K now. But
Everybody, like, he even offered Eddie and RCW to use it for his brand because Eddie has a brand on RCW called Hellfire. Freaking, and yeah, under that company, Revolution Championship Wrestling. And he has actually put out an offer to you if you would like to go check out things, just to check out things.
I think I may take Eddie on that. on that offer maybe. But yeah, yeah, like with joining all these different companies, it's all fun until you have like to make sure you're always on top of things. Like you want to be able to put promos up every week. You want to make sure you're watching the show every week. You also want to, like, if you have multiple like characters on certain shows. Like in WW, it's got half of my custom characters over there. Like pretty much most of them. Everywhere else, it's probably only got me and probably like another two following behind.
Understood. Freaking, that is well said, sir. What brought you to the dance here, anyways? What brought Sean Smith here, anyways? What brought Sean Smith to this world?
Um, well, what brought me here is I love. So I was part of like the Facebook pages of the like 2K23 community creations, and where it displayed all that stuff. And I made my own character and finished all the moves, and I've done all that. And I seen a post on the community page saying, "Oh, KCW and all that sort of stuff, blah blah." All that stuff popped up after a show. I was like, "Oh, people actually do this sort of stuff. I've never heard of it. I'll check it out." So I jumped over, messaged Jag, and I said, "Am I able to join the company?" And he's like, "Yeah, upload your character to this hashtag, and we'll make it happen." So that all started, and then I think after that, I joined North American Pro Wrestling for a bit, and then I was there for a while between KCW and North American Pro Wrestling, and then once I had my match with Rob, after that I left. I think I haven't gone back to North American Pro Wrestling. I went back to KCW. I stayed there for a while just to get things back into routine, and then I started expanding my horizons to all the different countries. The rest.
Well said, well said. Freaking, you are also known not just for in your promos. Like I said, I've observed and I've noticed you do video promos, not just the standard written promos. Now, are we going to see more video promos this year of 2025?
Most likely, we will be getting. I will be trying to get more clips of my character, Will the Brawler, inside the video games during matches to be able to do some more video packages. I actually was going to make one for the Brawlers Sean Savage Smith versus the Dog Rob Anderson for the Tokyo Death Match, and I was going to have the GM display it throughout his stream so to get everyone hyped for it. The only reason I started doing video promos was for big matches. I just wanted to make sure I got the hype in for like all the fans and all the streamers that watched and all that. So like I done one for my first championship match against Buster Anderson for the Crown Championship. I done that. I've done a few for Leroy Woods when I was feuding with him for a bit, and then I think after that I may have done one more, and then I've stopped. I haven't done one in a while.
Uh, Sean, I heard everything you said, but now you are frozen.
Am I?
Yeah, you're like frozen on my screen. Like I heard what you said, but you're frozen now.
Uh,
Do you mind leaving and coming back? Try that. So try to leave and come back.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right here. I'm. All right. We Yeah, you're frozen again. Like, I can hear you perfectly fine, but for some reason you are frozen on my end. We could do a second part to the live if you would like. We can just do a second part and
Yeah, that works. I'm fine with that.
all right, we'll do a part two. I will literally start it right after, so stay tuned. Stay right there, man. Wait. Wait. Oh, damn it. He was perfectly fine there for that last minute. Hold on. Okay. Let's try this again. I'm gonna try to bring him on the screen.